Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Go! Go!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Now it's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards. And now it's second down.
Here we go. Set.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On second down, Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Watch the edge. Halt. 64. Weak.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll buy some time right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
We're scoreless after 1.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Willie Snead all alone. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 57 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. Mayfield down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Rolling to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay? Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in, and the Browns have taken the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. Complete to Miles Boykin.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the Ravens' 37-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second and 1, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Set, 180, 57 to Mike. Check.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Ravens 14. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
You better be ready. Don't be slipping.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, 72 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, Orbit. I got you.
Mayfield looks to throw. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield finding Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Mayfield now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Being chased, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I know I'm not breaking any news Bruce, when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
Yeah, but it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.